Welcome, and thank you for joining us for our Fridays at First podcast. My name is Richard Gibbons, and I'm a member of the pastoral staff at First Presbyterian Church in downtown Greenville, here in sunny South Carolina. Welcome. Well, most of us over the last few weeks here in the Greenville area have been caught up in surviving winter storms and Arctic temperatures. It might be worth sparing a thought for the management of the Greenville Zoo. Prior to the deep freeze, senior managers had been giving serious thought to the expansion and development of the number of animals available for the public to enjoy. This week, however, management has been a little hesitant to act on a possible development, as they would need at least 2 more pandas, a grizzly, and 3 polar bears for a successful development plan. When the Greenville News asked zoo staff for a comment, they responded that the figures previously mentioned were a bare minimum for any possible expansion. You're welcome. The Art of Storytelling exhibit begins on Friday, February the 6th. That is tonight, between 6 and 8 o'clock, with an opening reception in the Worship and Arts Building. The exhibit celebrates the beauty of narrative through the treasured medium of illustration, highlighting the way stories connect us and reflect the greater story of God working in our lives. Featuring more than half a dozen local illustrators, The Art of Storytelling is sure to delight and inspire you with its whimsy and power. Please come along, enjoy, take a look. I'm delighted this week to welcome to our podcast, on your behalf, my genial co-host, Michelle Ward. Michelle is interviewing a member of our children's ministry team. Michelle and Karen, welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Richard, and happy Friday, everyone. I don't know about you, but I am so thankful to be thawed out from all of the snow we've had this week. Hope you all are getting ready for a great weekend. I am so excited today. I have got Karen King with me today. Karen is with our children's ministry. She is the director of the elementary and family missions, and she has got so much to share with us about some things coming up in 2026. Welcome, Karen.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for being here. We have got, especially, okay, so it's February now, which is crazy. February is when we have a special event here at the church called Take Me to the Cross. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about this event, who it's for, and why they should come?
Yes. Take Me to the Cross is one of our largest events that we do as children's ministry and student ministries. It started several years ago as a simple blessing and prayer with just the children, and then it started growing, and now it's very large, and it takes place on February the 18th in the Harper Chapel.
Okay.
Everyone is welcome. We have people coming from other churches. It's not just a First Pres thing.
Right.
It's just a wonderful worship and prayer service.
Right.
Our prayer team is so faithful and just amazing, and they come and pray over everyone that has a need for prayer.
Right.
We encourage families to come, and that's such a blessing to see the entire families come forward and just surrender. It's an opportunity for them just to release the burdens that they're carrying and just hand them to the Lord.
And kind of in preparation for the Easter season, the Lenten season.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
We always have it on Ash Wednesday, but it's particularly because of preparing our hearts for the Lenten season.
Right.
But anyway, it's just a wonderful service where everyone's welcome. They can come as individuals. They can come invite their entire family.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome. I know. Well, for years, I just kind of I let my boys come. And then when I started working here, I was like, oh, wait, I can go too. And that was really, really special when they were in middle school to get to come for the first time and realize that there are so many families, parents, like you said, grandparents can come, prayer team. So if you're listening, again, Karen, tell us that date. It's Wednesday, February the 18th.
Yes.
And this kind of takes place in lieu of the student ministry time and the elementary kids time as well. So,
exactly.
Okay.
Yes. We do have childcare for the younger children.
Okay.
But we do encourage, if they're 3rd through 12th grade or older, to come with their families.
Okay.
And just come forward in
Be a
prayer.
part of
It's a time for worship. They'll receive a message from God's Word, and just a beautiful, wonderful time of prayer.
Okay.
So the doors open at 6 o'clock. We encourage everyone to be there by 6:10 at the latest, so that we can start promptly at 6:15.
Okay. Oh, that's great. And you don't have to sign up, but if you want to kind of learn a little bit more, again, you can always go to our website, and it's under our events page. So at firstpresgreenville.org/events, look for Take Me to the Cross.
Right.
Wonderful. Well, Karen, that's just one of the many things that you all are doing with our children's ministry this year and our student ministry. We've got VBS and day missions are already full. However, we get some more volunteers, we can take some folks and kids off the waiting list. Can you tell us kind of what you all are looking for right now in terms of volunteers?
Right. With Day Missions, we are needing chaperones and drivers to help transport the students to the different locations. We serve so many different locations.
Yes.
And in 4 days, it's amazing how many people are just touched in a very special way. The homebound, the homeless, we pack bags for the Harvest Hope and Front Porch Housing, Meyer Center. The list goes on and on.
Yes, the kids that are 6th grade and up, is that right?
They're rising 5th graders through college. Yes.
Okay, those are the ones that go out and serve in the community, hands-on. And like you said, it's such a blessing for these folks. But we do need drivers and chaperones. And you don't have to commit to the whole week.
Exactly.
Even if you can drive on Monday and Wednesday.
Right.
You really just need a driver's license and a heart for taking these students out, right?
Right. They do. I know there is a requirement that you have to be at least 25 or older.
Okay.
In order to participate in, of course, the background check and
Absolutely.
things that are necessary, stewards of children. We do have to have those in order to volunteer or to transport.
And those are simple. You can do them online.
But if they're high school students, 11th, 12th grade, college students, they can be the extra chaperone in the car.
Oh, yeah.
And so we would love all the hands that we need, lots of hands to serve, not only in day missions, but VBS. I know Tina has a huge list of children waiting to have a permanent spot.
Yes.
And that's another thing, is that if they volunteer, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, for the child that you bring, then there's a permanent spot for their child.
Yes, that is a really, I get that, which is so cool because I'm late to sign up for everything. And so because I get to volunteer, my kids kind of automatically get in, lucky them.
Yes.
For day missions, at least.
Right.
No, that is a very big perk. That's a very big perk. So if you are able, you can reach out to Karen King at kking@firstpresgreenville.org, and she can get you set up with volunteering. She and Tina and the team are amazing, and we'll just take whatever your availability is.
Right.
Now, if you're listening and you're not able to volunteer, and remind us that week again, just so our listeners know.
Yes, it's June the 8th through the 11th.
Okay.
So it's only 4 days.
It's 4 days?
Yes,
Yeah,
4
okay.
days. Yes.
But if you're not able to volunteer, but you still want to be a part of it and participate, we have necessity items that we're already collecting for these day missions and different trips. Can you kind of tell people what we're looking for?
Yes. We deliver approximately 500 bags to the homebound and to like Greenville Summit, Towers East, all these different locations that are in need. They just don't have enough means to get some of the necessity items. So right now we're collecting like paper towels, toilet paper, shampoo, bars of soap.
Right.
For a complete list, they can email me, and I'd be glad to provide a list for them. But we also are in need of items for homeless kits. We pack about 200 homeless kits.
Wow.
And it's things that you may already have in your home, like if you're going to a hotel and you get those little
extra shampoos and conditioners. I always do that now.
Right. Those travel size, that's perfect. That's what we need for the homeless kids.
Toothbrushes, toothpaste.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Deodorant, anything like that. But
Things
we have got a
take for
list.
granted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and too, I'm sure that if you're listening, you've probably heard of a website called Amazon.com. And
yes.
you can actually just order from there, and you can change the address to 200 West Washington Street, and they'll send your items directly here. So you don't even have to drop them off if you don't want to. So anytime you're ordering toilet paper or whatnot, add in a little extra. And she'll have the items, like we said, listed online shortly too.
Right.
So
and just put it to my attention, please.
Put it to Karen King everyone's attention.
Yes.
That way somebody's not trying to snag some good shampoo. Toilet paper is, that and bread and milk these days. I'm just teasing. Well, Karen, that's awesome. And thank you. And just all of the children's ministry. I mean, you all do such an incredible job of really raising our kids up here to know the Lord and just supporting what parents are really desperate to do, especially kind of in our culture today. And we just appreciate y'all. But you've got, and I know we're in winter, but let's jump ahead real quick because this is something parents may want to go ahead and start planning out. You all have a family mission trip scheduled for Richmond, Virginia. Is that in July?
Yeah, that is in June, actually.
Oh, June.
Yes,
Okay.
it's in June so that we don't overlap any of the big events that we have here at the church.
Sure.
It's a wonderful opportunity for families to come. The age requirement is that the child is at least 11 years old or older. We will be working with and serving beside the Richmond Arabic Church.
Yes.
Who is part of the ECO as well.
Okay.
And we had an opportunity to do this a couple of years ago. And if you truly just want to feel so loved, appreciated, needed, all you have to do is just step foot on those grounds. It's amazing the blessing. Yes, the hospitality, the blessing, and they're so appreciative. So if anyone is interested in that, it's June the 21st through the 28th.
Okay.
And again, they can reach out to me with, and I can give them more details. I'd love to share.
Yeah, those mission trips I had an opportunity to go with my boys to the DR on the family trip a couple of years ago, and that is just something that I will never forget. Mm-hmm. Now they're, allowed to go with a senior high, and I'm kind of like, do y'all need a chaperone?
Right.
So if you're able, mom, dad, even a grandparent, take advantage of doing something like this with your children or grandchildren because it really is something that they won't forget.
Yes.
And it's in state, so they don't even have to have a passport for this one. I barely got the passports in time for my kids to go. So
right, and it's very affordable. So that's another.
That's right.
It's very affordable.
True.
So yes,
awesome. Well, Karen, is there anything else you want to add before I let you go today? Or?
I do just want to backtrack one thing just to say about the Take Me to the Cross.
Oh, yeah.
I truly believe prayer changes things. And I know it's an old cliche that a family that prays together stays together. Yeah. There's so much truth to that. And so for families to come forward and just pray together makes all the difference in the world. So that is our prayer and our desire that this won't just be one Wednesday night thing, that this will be the beginning of families truly praying together.
Absolutely. When I tell you what I love most about it is, Karen and I were talking about this right before we started the podcast is, sometimes less talking and more praying the older they get, but also the beautiful thing of having other people pray for your kids.
Right.
I rely on that so much as a mom of teenage boys. It's just asking others to pray. So what a great time for families to start seeing that at Take Me to the Cross if they haven't already.
Yeah.
Oh, well, listen, Karen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if any of the things that Karen talked about piqued your interest today, and I hope they did, we would love to have you be involved. Again, you can email Karen kking@firstpresgreenville.org or visit firstpresgreenville.org/events or children's ministry and find out everything you need to find out.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you.
Michelle and Karen, thanks for that update, and we're looking forward to all that the children's ministry have in store over the next few weeks. As we continue with our podcast today, let's try to move towards the end as we focus on Sunday. Given that we cancelled the last 2 Sundays due to inclement weather, we have rescheduled several events, and services this weekend will be 4 hours in length. Actually, they won't, but I thought I would slip that in. On Sunday, we will try to include Stan Johnson's retirement, complete with 2 receptions in the Sturgis gathering area, the first at 9:45 and the other at 12 noon. We will also welcome Miracle Hill's Overcomers Choir, feature the annual Yellow Bag distribution. Miracle Hill will also participate in a Moment for Mission as we continue to welcome new members, commission those going on a DR mission trip, and focus on suicide as our tough topic for this week's sermon series. Because suicide is such a painful subject, you may wish not to attend on Sunday if the subject brings back too many difficult memories for you. Our congregational care team, however, will set up a support area for congregants in room B202. That is the small conference room adjacent to the bookstore. Printed copies of available resources to assist those who have experienced suicide will be made available. At the 10:45 Ignite service, Miss Abigail Joanna Osteen will be joined by her parents Luke and Leah for her baptism. Please take a moment and encourage the Osteen family as they participate in the sacrament of baptism. It is always a memorable occasion for each family who participate. I trust you have a snow and ice-free weekend while you join sports fans across the nation on Sunday evening as we focus on Super Bowl 60. For the 60th anniversary of Super Bowl, the Seattle Seahawks will play the New England Patriots at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Despondent weather watchers, however, have had a stark reminder this week on Groundhog Day, because we have 6 more weeks of winter weather coming. Oh dear. Meanwhile, I trust you have a great weekend and look forward to welcoming you on Sunday.